Family Matters, straight out of Philly. Somewhere in Philly is always a party. Hosted by your girl, Raina. Like, subscribe, share, get notified. Yes, y'all. Family Matters right here in Philly. Welcome back to Family Matters, y'all. So right now, remember I told y'all in the live that we did that I was cooking for Father's Day, and I got a huge batch of chicken that I want to marinate for overnight for the grill. So what we're going to do, instead of using a Ziploc bag, which I normally would use, but because I have so much chicken that I'm going to cook for Father's Day, and I want to last about 3 days throughout the week, because I hear we're supposed to have a heat wave. And I'm not trying to be in nobody's kitchen. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook some ribs. We got some chicken. I'm going to do some pig feet. I'm going to do some steak. Now the pig feet is going to be for me. I'm going to do some barbecue pig feet on the grill. Y'all going to stay tuned and you can see that. But for now, what we're going to do is work on our marinade for the chicken. Do you guys remember what I did last time when I did the grilled chicken legs? We had the lime juice. We had the sour orange. We had our orange pepper seasoning. We had adobo. A knife drop. And we have our chicken seasoning. We have some garlic powder. Now, I'm going to use the Worcestershire sauce. People pronounce that differently, but for me, Worcestershire sauce. So we're going to put that on this chicken in this bag. So we're going to do that. So I got some nice clean chicken leg quarters. Already went and cleaned them. So we can save us a trip. We already got these cleaned. We're going in. We got us some chicken legs that we cleaned. So what I'm going to do is still rinse them. I just feel more comfortable still rinsing them as I'm putting them in the bag. You know? Especially, I'm going to rinse this one again because I had it sitting. And I want to make sure everything comes off this chicken. And remember, we did the solution already. We did the lemon juice. We did the vinegar. Remember, we used that. We did the salt. We put all of that in the sink as a solution to do what? Clean the chicken. Clean the chicken. So we're going to put all this chicken in the bag. And we're going to season this chicken right here in this bag. And we are going to tie it up. Put it in the refrigerator for the grill tomorrow. And like I said, normally I would use a Ziploc bag. But I have a huge amount of chicken, and using Ziploc bags just won't cut it. So this is smarter. I'm working smarter, not harder, to use the shopping bags. So we're going to get all this chicken in the bag. And remember, I already cleaned this. I'm just rinsing them. Giving them a rinse. So we're just going to do the marinade for the chicken. And then I'm going to show you all my marinade for my ribs. Which is going to be the same much. The same stuff I'm going to use. Except for we're going to put a little twist on things. This is a lot of chicken in this bag, y'all. So I'm going to hold up this chicken just so you can get an idea on how much chicken is in this bag. All that chicken is in the bag. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to build a marinade. Or some people would call it a brine. We're going to start with the Worcestershire sauce. We're going to pour that in there. Like a generous amount in there. got that in. Put that off to the side. Our lime juice. My hands is wet, y'all. Ooh, my hands is wet. Want to get me a paper towel? Ooh. Oh, that's because I never had this one open. There we go. Okay, so now we got our lime juice open. Pour some of that in there. And remember, we're building a brine or marinade, whatever you want to call it. This is our orange juice. Going in. This is going to help keep your meats tender. So let's do. So we got all the liquids we're going to pour in there. And we down to our last little bit of this, but we got some more. The orange pepper seasoning, we got more of that. So don't worry about that. See, I have more. I'm going to pour some in here. Because this is a lot of chicken that we got to coat. So, that's fine. Adobo. And remember, it's a lot of chicken. Our chicken seasoning blend. I'm going to use that chicken seasoning. Let me open up the other part of this. Should be good. Now, our garlic powder. Remember, same thing. We're going to pour in here. And you just take your hand. Normally, you would wear a glove, especially if you're cooking for other people. But I'm cooking for my house. Nobody else. And you want to take your hand and you want to make sure the seasoning is getting down in there. And if you want to use some more seasonings, feel free to do so. You know what we can use on this for color? Paprika. We can definitely use some of that for color. Now, if we need a little bit more salt content, we can use the adobo. So let's get some paprika. Let me rinse my hand off because I'm about to touch another seasoning. Let me get some paprika. Look, I have a huge container because I do use this. Don't y'all hate this? I gotta sit up here and pick this. Let me get me a new knife. That's for all four. Just pouring a little bit in here for color on the chicken, on the grill. Make it look all pretty. It doesn't really have a taste in my opinion. Some say it do, some say it don't. try to show y'all what that chicken look like in the inside. But make sure you rub your chicken. Rub your chicken. Give it a little bath in the seasonings, the spices. Make sure you get it all down in the bottom. Okay. So all the chicken is like, let me see if y'all can see. See how I look down in there? So the chicken is pretty much seasoned to my liking. Like I said, if you want more salt, use adobo, use any other salt content seasonings that's out here. You can use that. But we're going to tie this bag of chicken up, and we are going to stir it in the refrigerator, and then we're going to throw it on the grill for tomorrow. So that will conclude our segment for the chicken. So I'll be back to show you the ribs. And this video is going to be kind of long today, y'all. But I'll be back to show you the ribs. And right back. So now, we're going to start with the ribs. Now, I went on ahead and I cleaned them. I pulled off a lot of fat off of these ribs. Pork ribs we have here. Y'all can see it, right? A lot of fat. I took that membrane off the back of the rib. Let me show y'all. Took that off. Let me rinse that one more time. So y'all was hacking on that rib. Yep. Look at here, y'all. I was cutting and trimming this rib, this leg. There's a lot of fat in here. I got most of it off. Most of it is off. So it's a nice long snake here. And what we're going to do, because we're going to season it. And keep in mind, this is on the grill tomorrow. So we're going to pack to the deep top. We're going to pack to the deep top. Get all that water off. That excess water. Flip over. Do the same thing. Let it drop. Lift your meat. Let's go. So back to you. Flip it. Make sure you pay it. Did that. So now what we're going to do is take another round for marinade. What we're going to use for this is appetite vinegar. I wish I had some apple juice. I didn't. Take your hand, put it over there, flip it over, over here, put it over there. Because we're going to use that for the sauce. We're going to use some of that. And again, the same concept. Take the Worcestershire sauce. Hit it on your rib. Make sure you get it. Flip it. Same thing. Then you're going to take your hand and rub that on in. Make sure you rub it all in there. Get all the cracks, crevices. So now, listen, my fingers off. I'm going to hit it with some garlic powder. And we're going to do the front and back. Okay. Flip that on back over. Moving on to the next seasoning. And keep in mind, we're going to rub all of this stuff in. And this is a salt-free seasoning salt. I like this seasoning. All-purpose blend magic. I like this seasoning. This is what I'm using. You got a whole slab of rib here. So you make sure you get it all in there. And we're going to flip it. Same thing. Make sure you get it all up in there now. Okay, that's enough of that. My next seasoning, you already know. My orange pepper. That's my seasoning. You hit it with that. And we're going to flip it. Same thing. Okay. Now, my next seasoning. I'm wiping off my seasoning jars, y'all. So my next seasoning, I love this here. Goya tomato. I don't know what this thing, when it's on pork, you just take it to a whole nother level. I don't know. What y'all think? Do you use that? So what we're gonna do is take another pack. Flip your rib. Same concept. We got the front and we got the back. The same seasons. Okay, and last, Miss Paprika. We're gonna use some of that. And we're gonna do the front, like we just did, and we're also gonna do the back. In case you're wondering why I have one of these dinosaurs, I'm in my night clothes, prepping the night before. I won't have this on in the morning. So take your hands and rub your meat. Rub your meat. Give it a nice massage. Yeah, I got on my blue dinosaur pajamas. It's 12 o'clock midnight, and I'm doing prepping meat. So I'm comfortable in my own home. Alright, now we rub the meat. I'm gonna take it, rub it all up and through here. Just give your meat a bath in all this good seasoning. Can y'all see that? And the only reason why I don't have one gloves is because I cook it for my house. My food. Look at all the seasoning. Make sure you pack that all into the meat. Get it all down in there. Okay. Now you want to take this meat toe apart, and you can tuck it. You can tuck it a little bit. Now it's all in the pan. You rinse my hand so you can take a look. I think we got it nice and seasoned. That's the rib. So we're gonna put that in the refrigerator for the grill in the morning. Should I wrap this? Let me wrap this in for you. And I'm gonna get my pig feet started. Okay, so we're gonna do the pig feet. Now we've rinsed them, got most of all the stuff out of them and stuff like that. Let me show you a big one. So what we're going to do now is, look at this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to boil these in a vinegar solution. I'm going to pour some vinegar. We're going to boil that. And then we're going to rinse them off again after we boil it in the salt and vinegar. So we're going to boil salt and vinegar and some lime juice. And again, this is to clean the meat. So we're going to fill it up halfway with the water. And we're just going to boil these for like 30 minutes. We're going to let them boil at a high temperature for about 30-40 minutes. And we're going to pour this water off, rinse them again, and then we'll season them up. We're going to clean these. Like I said, I already did it. I went over it one time while I had it in the sink. We're going to go over it again. We're going to let it boil for a minute or two. Like I said, 30-40 minutes. Boiling on the stove. You don't need the pot top or nothing like that. We're going to let them boil. Let them cook on high heat. About 8 will do just fine for me. Alright, I'm going to show you, because this is a big kettle pot. See? So we're going to let that boil for about 40 minutes on the stove, 40 minutes. And then we're going to pour that water off. We're going to rinse them and season them up. Some white vinegar. Now see, I use that a lot on my meats. That's how I clean my meats. Look, I've been cleaning meats all night. My hands are turning raw. Need me a cold one. So I'm gonna call y'all back when I let this boil a little bit, and I'm gonna clean it off, and then we'll season it together. And then as for the steaks, we'll do them tomorrow morning. That's self-explanatory. We just gonna wash them up and season them. We ain't gonna give the steaks too much, you know, because they're gonna be right. But I'm gonna call y'all back. You see how the water is much better? It's a darker color because I put some seasoning in the water. I'm using the tomato seasoning. I already put 1 pack in there. I already put some Worcestershire sauce in there. I put my vinegar in there. We're going to do some black pepper. We're going to put that in there. We're going to use my salt-free seasoning. Make sure we got enough of that in there. Yes. We already got the garlic. And we're gonna get this on the stove. And we wanna keep it going. But we're gonna use some chicken bouillon seasoning. And that'll be it. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So right now we out in the yard and we're gonna put those chicken legs and chicken leg quarters on the grill. So y'all saw how I did the marinade. So now I got the grill nice and hot, all the smoke. We're gonna put them on the grill. So, okay, so I got about as much as I want on there for right now. I might put another leg on. Oh, let me add on another leg. Okay. So there. The chicken has space. We got it grilling. So what we're going to do is close this up. And I'll be back. That's all the barbecue chicken I made for today. Got the sauce, let me get a little bit thick on it. I gotta put my slab ribs on next. Yes, for chicken legs. I threw on some chicken leg quarters. Barbecue chicken for the one. So I got my steak on the grill. I'm not even gonna put the lid on these. I'm gonna cook these up real quick. Get them out of the way. So I got a few more pieces of steak to put on the grill. Look at those grill lines. Look at that steak. Let them onions cook on the grill. Gotta have passion for what you do. When you do it with passion. Do it with love. Cooking is something I always enjoy. But this is my passion. So I've been in the yard all day grilling, minding my business, right? So I got my grilled steak done. Some onion. And then my neighbor comes down the yard and gives me a bottle of Bacardi Gold. And I said, why are you giving me this? He said, because you cooking. And this is not the first time he done this. Every time when I'm in the yard just grilling, just, doing whatever, he'll come up, give a bottle of liquor. He'll give us like stuff like this, like just liquor and things like this. Like, he's so kind and so generous. What I want to do is I'm going to give him like a gift card, because he's always giving, always sharing with me, even when I'm just quiet, sitting in the back, having a Heineken or two, just grilling and what we got to go along with our food. So got my pork rib on now. So what I'm going to do is turn the fire down, and I'm going to do that by putting the lid on it and closing it up just a little bit. Close it up to about maybe 250, 265, something like that. Close it up to about that. So I got my pork rib on. Auntie's on the grill tonight. Auntie's on the grill tonight. So as we get further along into this piece of meat, I'll be back. So here is my finished rib. So what I'm going to do now is sauce the rib, and then I'm going to place it back on the grill for a little bit, just so the sauce can get a little bit thick on this rib. So what we're going to try here is Stubbs Dr. Pepper. Anyone tried Stubbs Dr. Pepper? So this is what I'm going to use, Stubbs Dr. Pepper, for the rib. Trying to support all black businesses. That's what I'm doing here. So let me drizzle some on here. I'm going to use this on my pig feet too. Let's just brush this sauce in. Make sure you get that sauce all in the meat. This fire been showing off, y'all. Brush your meat. And I'm going to flip it over and do the same. Be like an artist with this meat, y'all. So I'm going to flip it over and do the same. And then it's going to go right back on the grill. Now, my rib is done. Got that nice little char, just a little char. And we use the Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce. I taste the sauce is pretty good. The sauce is yummy. So we can slice these down, put them in the oven for people to come grab some. But there's the finished product. Pork rib. And I'm about to put my pig feet on. But let me clean this grill. I don't know if I can do that with y'all. See? Great. And this grill is hot. After these pig feet, I'm gonna throw a couple burgers on the grill and I'm done. See that? I can scrape the grill. Nice and hot. This grill is on fire. I should do the burgers first. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do the burgers first before I do my little pig feet. Alright. Now, this is what I'm eating. Everybody else got the ribs, the chicken, burgers, you know, the stuff you saw me make. But I wanted some barbecue pig feet. Here's what it looks like on the grill. We already boiled it till it was tender, but we didn't want to boil it till it was falling off the bone because we knew that we were putting it on the grill. So here's the pig feet on the grill, and I'll be back when I sauce it all up. We're gonna let it cook, let it get brown, let it do what it do, and I'll be back. So we just put the sauce on the pig feet. So we're gonna let it cook on the grill. I don't know if you can hear it sizzling. We're gonna let it continue to cook till it gets thick. Well, sticky rather, not stick, not thick, but sticky. I want it to look like a glaze. It should look like a glaze when it's all done. So when it gets a little darker and you know that glaze I'm looking for, I'll hit y'all back. When we done, we're gonna get off our feet. I've been prepping this meat all night long. Went to bed 4:30 in the morning. Got up 9 o'clock. Came out here. I started the salad. I did a macaroni salad. I'm beat. I'm about to sip on this rum. And we're gonna let this cook. Barbecue pig feet. It's the money shot. Okay, the finished product of the pig feet. Barbecue pig feet. One of my favorite things to eat. I'm a snack on this. Sip on some of that Bacardi rum that my neighbor brought me over. I showed y'all that in the state. Well, when I was doing the steaks, I showed you that. That is the finished product. Then my coworker called. She was like, "Don't forget, you gotta be to work at 6 o'clock in the morning." Damn Skippy, I was about to forget as soon as I was about to start drinking that damn Bacardi. I'm gonna get there. Thank you all for cooking with me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you can get the message.